This is MAGA sitcom. It's called What's a Girl to Do? And it's all about how this woman loves Trump to death. And she's got a boyfriend who doesn't love Trump. And he's like the bane of her existence as a result. It's like, why don't you just break up with the guy? You're not married to him. Anyway, I want to listen to it. This isn't the first part. If you didn't see the other, this stands independently of the other. Don't sweat it. This, you should be able to understand. I'll give context if necessary. Anyway, we're walking into this right now. I believe she just got fined for having a yard sign. The yard sign happened to be pro-Trump, but yard signs aren't allowed by her HOA, so they just took the yard sign out of her yard. Yeah, that's annoying, but that's part of living in an HOA. So your rights are not being violated here. Anyway, to get back at this HOA, she decided to deck out her garage in a humongous Trump sign. She's allowed to decorate her garage, just not have yard signs. So she's going to be an obnoxious fool. Anyway, that's what they're about to show. This woman here is about to react to that sign. Here you go. This is them putting up the sign.
A bigger one?
It's all I had. Short notice.
Well, maybe you need a bigger garage. Maybe.
Dude on the left is actually really funny in this show. I'm such a fan of his character. The woman on the right is just a complete nutcase, obviously. That's Janet Porter. She wrote all the heartbeat bills in the United States. Or she wrote the first heartbeat bill, which has served as a template for the others. Anyway, so this woman walks up, sees the Trump sign, and gets absolutely miffed. Oh! Predictably, the acting is piss poor. Oh no, Karen got her cell phone.
She would have been here by now.
She's gonna rip it down? I mean, that's illegal. You cannot do that stuff. She shouldn't even be on her property. She's violating her private property rights and all that. Oh no, maybe she's just knocking.
Hello, Karen.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about your garage door.
Big surprise.
You're going to need to take that sign down.
Well, judging by your garage door, there are no regulations against decorations on garage doors.
Well, yes, or
All right, because it's Halloween and she had a Halloween decoration or whatever on her. I forgot about that. Okay.
On garage doors.
well, yes, or permitted, as long as they have to do with the holidays, say like Halloween.
That's her Christmas. So only holiday decorations are permitted.
Well, yeah, a party or a holiday, and your sign doesn't qualify for either, so I'm going to need you to take it down right away.
A party or a holiday. Okay, so if you're having a party, then they let you have it up. I mean, these are HOA rules. It's not like a violation of free speech or whatever. It's just like, I don't like HOAs either, but this is how it is. You're not some persecuted like minority group because you want to screech at the top of your lungs about how great Trump is, and people don't want to fucking hear it.
I understand. I'll take it down.
Right away?
Right away.
See? You can be reasonable.
What a bitch. Yeah, I said this before. I'm going to say it one more time, just since we're walking into a new one here. The characters in this show, like, and the scenarios that they portray, nobody agrees with the antagonist in any of these situations. Nobody. You know, people should be allowed to have yard signs up if they want. Like, should be able to have, you know, garage decorations or whatever. These people have to create a fictitious scenario to get support. If they portrayed the real scenario as it's really happening, they'd never have support from any human being alive ever. For example, God's Not Dead. A teacher is asked a historical relevant question by a student. I think God's Not Dead too. All right, let me start over. For example, God's Not Dead 1. A teacher tries to force students to sign a contract that says God is dead. And if they don't sign it, then they will fail the class. No one agrees with that. Literally nobody. Nobody thinks you should have to sign a contract like that. They have to make these situations up, or nobody would ever side with them. That's my point here. So let's listen to this fictitious scenario where she gets pissed off over absolutely nothing.
Let's go take the sign down, Jeff.
You're just gonna give up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be some kind of a legal measure now, right?
I learned it from you. It's a lot easier just to back down, cower to authority. Just
Oh my God.
give up. A lot less problems that way. Thanks for the inspiration.
This is so preachy, it's ridiculous.
Oh, come on. I was just buying employment insurance.
Please. You did everything but kiss Clark's ring. You even smelled his hair, you freak.
Dude, this game is insufferable with the Pokeballs. Like, you can't throw them for shit. What's happening? Why is this not working? This is so glitchy. Why did it go off into a corner that time? I can't do shit with these things.
Here's a quote for you. Cowardice is repulsive. Janet Folger. It made me want to throw up.
Hey, sweetheart, I brought you dinner.
Thank you. A man of courage. How refreshing.
I even have
Oh, yeah, that's the boyfriend who is, like, practically an atheist. Really, he's apolitical. And that translates to, I'm quoting it now, he doesn't want to make America great.
enough for you.
No, Jeff was just on his way out. I want to spare him any backlash from what I'm about to do next.
I'm not sure who Jeff is. Her brother?
So you're gonna hang out with a guy who isn't even registered to vote?
There you go.
Actually, I am now registered.
You are. Yeah. And you're voting
Please tell me he's a Democrat. Oh, I would love that.
for...
Donald J. Trump!
I know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this MAGA sitcom would be way more entertaining if he'd voted, or if he, like, committed to Biden or Kamala or whatever. That would have been the best, man.
Really raised the bar, Jan. Because now Mikey's like, what? 1 in 100 million?
Mikey's the only one.
Now I'm gonna throw up.
Wait to hear my next covert plan.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Dude, I'm disturbed by this. She's definitely, like, putting herself in, like, almost like a sexual position right now, where she's, like, rocking back and forth with this guy, and it's actually making me want to vomit, like projectile vomit on my monitors. This is horrific. Please don't do this to me.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me show you where this door is over here. It's kind of...
I vote for that. Show him the door.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the plate.
Okay, there definitely should have been a laugh track there, and there was not.
I'm the one you discuss your covert plans with.
Yeah, no.
Are you guys seeing Kashmir back there right now? You seeing him? Can you see him? He's right there, sneaking behind the pillow on the couch. That's funny. Got a little pillow fort back there going on. That's cool. Wish I could fit in humongous pillows like that.
It's kind of...
I vote for that. Show him the door.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the plates.
I'm the one you discuss your covert plans with.
Yeah, not anymore. It's for your own good. I mean, I don't want to risk you getting in trouble with the HOA or Clark or anyone, really.
She's shredding him because he said, just take the yard sign down and stop being a scumbag. Like, these are the rules, okay? Nobody wants to hear your stupid preachy nonsense. He didn't say that. He was super nice about it. And she said, well, I have a backbone, and you don't have a backbone, basically. Oh, my God. She is so cringy. Yeah, I can't believe how expertly Kashmir has just, like, disappeared into the couch. Can't see a damn thing now. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's looking at me now. Kashmir, can you see him? He's looking right at me, and you can see his head in there if you look real closely. It's there. His head is there. It's just pitch black. Can you make it out? His little ear? If you look real closely, right there is his ear. My finger is over his head. Oh, he's sneaking back in. That's funny, right? What do you want? All right, I think most people are okay with that. I'm being spied on, I am. He's still watching me, like right now. He doesn't know what's happening. All right, back to this.
Let me get this straight. Because I told Clark what he wanted to hear, I'm repulsive.
Mm-hmm.
But when Mikey does it to you, you can't resist the guy.
Oh, you think he's lying?
Oh, right. So, yeah, the guy on the right did do something like genuinely scumbaggy or whatever. I forget what it was. He blamed somebody Yeah, they went to some church parking lot and started distributing like voter guides that, encouraged people to. They're trying to encourage people to vote for Trump. And they got stopped by a cop and told to get off the property, basically. And for some reason, their job found out. And now their job is upset with them and said, you're going to be fired if you don't, whatever. I don't even have any idea. And this guy blamed everyone else for all of the complaints. So anyway, that's what she's talking about. That's why she's upset he doesn't have a backbone or whatever.
Take it from the master. You are getting paid. And when Mikey does it, come to think of it, is repulsive. Alright, so, where were we?
Well, first, tell me why the change of heart?
Okay. Well, Janet, you've been kind of busy lately, so you may not have noticed, but I have fallen head over heels in love with you.
Oh, so, okay. I'll predict what's going to happen next. From a MAGA sitcom. She's going to be upset by the fact that he registered to vote because he loves her. She wants him to be a true believer. She doesn't want him to do it because he cares about her. Oh, man. Watch what happens here.
Okay.
She's not happy.
Too soon for the L word. I'm sorry, I can't help it. You know, most women would love to hear that.
I'm not like most women.
Well, that is for sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you. But that's not a reason to vote for someone.
Told you.
I mean, I don't want you to just tell me what you think I want to hear. I need real.
Okay. All right, real? All right, I admit I read your voter guide because I want to be with you. But once I saw the facts,
Why does he want to be with her? I still don't get that.
I realized that policy is more important than personality.
What policy? There is no policy. Trump doesn't have policy, okay? Here's an interesting little factoid for you that I want to lay down. In the 1920s in Germany, I keep going back to this, I know, I'm sorry. There were a number of different political parties. A lot of them, actually. The biggest and most popular one was the SPD, which stood for basically the Socialist Party of Deutschland, which is Germany. That's basically what that was. The Social Democrats of America is what it stood for, basically. Social Democrats of America. And they were the big popular platform at the time. And they were basically like progressives today, effectively. They wanted to improve workers' rights and raise taxes on the wealthy, have a progressive tax structure so the wealthiest pay more. A billion different little things like that, just like progressives today. Then there was like the Catholic Center Party, who was, I don't know, like 10% of the vote or something, roughly. I guess it depended on the time, but like on the, the era that they were voting. But Catholic Center Party was kind of like Republicans today, and they really hated, well, not quite as bad as Republicans. Middle of the road Republicans. Mitt Romney, reasonable for the most part. They really did not like atheists, though. They hated atheists. And if you told them you were going to destroy atheists or atheism or communism, they'd vote for you. Whatever it took, they'd support you. Anyway, that was the Catholic Center Party, and there were a number of others. There was also the Left Party and some others. But then they had the Nazi Party. The Nazi Party was actually really small. It was at like 4% of the vote or something for a while there. And they pulled little tricks to try to get themselves bigger and bigger in the polls. Like they would do big shows of force where they would have their supporters like go through the streets. The Steel Helmets, for example, is a veterans group, a paramilitary veterans group from World War I. And the brown shirts, they'd have them march in big marches and say, this is how many people we have, showing how big and powerful they are. Then the brown shirts would go around and storm meeting halls and stuff of the opponents of the Nazi Party. And then there were the communists. And truthfully, the communists were as bad as the Nazis in their own way. They were bad, the communists were. Just as violent, just as ready to destroy democracy. Insane. Not good. Antifa eventually formed out from the Communist Party. there's a point here I'm trying to get to, and I don't want to like go down a weird rabbit hole or whatever, but Antifa formed out of the Communist Party after they were getting banned. And then another group formed from the Social Democrats that was kind of a paramilitary wing that fought extremism like that. I don't remember what the name of the Social Democrats party was, but their symbol was the 3 arrows. That was like the symbol of the Social Democrat Party overall, which is pretty cool. So if you ever see 3 arrows, that's what it is in reference to. Anyway, by 1933, honestly, by 1928, there was no policy. In the next election where Hitler ran against Paul von Hindenburg and lost, 1932, I think is when that happened, there's no policy. They didn't have anything to offer. They didn't have anything to say. It was all culture war stuff, all of it. It was all about how Hitler wanted to destroy Marxism and fight communists, and the atheists are trying to take over and all this other stupid shit. There is no policy with Trump either today. Not to compare them. No, they're not the same. They're not. But the fact that there was no policy, it was 100% culture war stuff, is the same. Exactly the same. Yeah, he has concepts of a policy, yeah, as Count Juan says. Concepts of a policy.
I realize that policy is more important than personality. I'm not voting for Trump because I love you, okay? I'm voting for Trump because I love life and liberty.
Okay. If you love those things, you shouldn't be voting for Trump. That is the exact opposite of what you should be doing, actually.
I love life and liberty.
I never noticed.
Don't mind me. Just getting my coat.
I registered to vote because I love America.
I love America.
And she's going to say, I love you too, right?
I would never guess. The land of the free.
Because of the brave.
I'm going to vomit.
I love brave.
God bless
I'm with the guy behind the couch.
America.
Today's word?
Good rape.
Yes. Doing?
Why? That's your friend.
Oh, he's a friend. I thought it was a boyfriend. They're awfully touchy to be friends, those other two.
Neighbor, it's time to move.
Van Briggs, 2 different friends of mine had family that were part of the Nazi Party. Their families both came here after re-education. One of them had a small block of Panzer chocolate. Wow, that's super interesting. Never ask a company or a person, truthfully, what they were up to in 1933. They were all Nazis, pretty much. That was just the culture. That's what it was, for better or worse. And when Hitler finally, like, it was a massive social movement, like Trump supporters are today. And when when Hitler finally took power, he forced people to be part of the movement. You couldn't speak negatively. Are you serious right now? Stupid Geodude. You couldn't speak negatively about the Nazi Party. You would be denounced, and the Gestapo would investigate every single denouncement. Every one. You just basically report them to the police, say they're doing something subversive to the state. It's called, I denounce this person. They would do it to, students would do it to their teachers if they assigned too much homework. Everybody would denounce everyone. Sometimes people get 5 denouncements a day. Again, every single denouncement was investigated. Point is, don't ask people what they were up to in 1933, because it was bad.
All right, tell me. What's going on in that brilliant mind of yours?
Besides my need to move? I was just wondering.
I'm surprised she didn't say she loves him back. Wow.
Yeah?
Well, it's not really like me to ask something like this.
Ask me anything, beautiful, because I already know the answer.
Well, it's kind of forward.
Forward is my favorite gear.
They're really close. I mean, they can't possibly be doing it, can they? Because they're not married, and they're both evangelical nutcases, right? Well, I mean, this is for I guess he's not in the show, but these are for evangelical nutcase viewers.
Would you consider possibly, maybe, I don't know, having dinner with me?
Is in the comments, someone says, would you consider, hang on, where did it go? Would you put this blonde wig on and cover your face with bronzer? That's funny. I saw somebody say this earlier. I'm going to repeat it. I don't know what race Donald Trump is trying to pretend to be, but I'm racist against it, whatever it is, by putting on all that stupid bronzer. I don't know what race these bronzer people are, but I'm racist against them.
You really aren't like most women. And you really went way out on a limb right there, didn't you?
Well, I mean, it's kind of risky. I don't even know what you brought.
You are different than anyone.
Tell me about it. Different does not mean better, though.
Different good or different bad?
Bad.
Different, one of a kind.
Okay, that's not an answer.
All right, so tell me about this next project of yours.
Well, how are you at cutting and pasting?
Like on a computer?
I was thinking more like, I don't know, on a banner for a garage door.
She's gonna put up a new banner. This dude's got like a weird haircut, right? It's like his hair is kind of pushed forward. And see that? See? His hair is like, I don't know, hanging out in front. It's weird, but it's actually really popular. I've seen a lot of people like that lately. Should I be doing that?
Really? No one has ever asked me that before.
No, come on.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Really?
I mean, don't you think it's about time?
Yeah. I think it's about time.
I have a most important question for you.
Oh my God. It's so preachy. Is this the end of the episode? No, I don't think so. No, it's not the end of the episode, I don't believe. I think it's just like an interjection. Okay, let's watch it.
The Bible says three things. It says that all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. That's all of us. If the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life. And here's one more. Whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. You're a whoever, so am I. Let's do it. So just repeat after me. Mean
No, thank you, madam.
this from your heart, and you will be secured for your eternity and for the destiny in your life. Here it is. Jesus, come into my heart. Forgive me of my sins. Wash me, change me, set me free. Let me never be the same again. Jesus, I believe you died on the cross and rose from the dead. Help me to fulfill everything you've called me to do.
Dude, this is driving me nuts. This Pokeball thing, throwing the Pokeball, it's terrible. Like I'm throwing as hard as I can without throwing the controller across the room. That's crazy. This thing sucks.
Thank you that I am now forgiven and on my way to heaven. In Jesus' name, amen. If you've made that prayer, you mess up, don't run away from God. Run to him. He loves you and has a plan for your life.
My father here helped underwrite the entire rally. I think we should get some good seats.
Awesome. Thanks, Hank.
Like it's throwing the ball when I wind up. It's not even, I don't understand how this is supposed to work.
Sorry, you are?
Jeffrey Kretschek, Janet's neighbor.
Oh, that's right. The BFF.
Okay, campaign is going to need a few more volunteers, so anybody here work on campaign before?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
You never cease to amaze me. All right then, why don't you and Hank take the security line?
Right. Okay, wait a minute. I think I remember now. So this dude who's talking with the humongous heckin' Trump hat on, and the woman to his right, they were like a family that somehow knew her or something. And they're trying to basically hook her up with the dude on the middle left, basically, their son, who is a super ultra mega Trump supporter, of course. And they gave her a whole bunch of like free tickets to the Trump rally. Does Trump charge for his rallies? I did not realize that he charged for them, if indeed he did or does. Anyway, the point is that these people are absolute nutcases, absolute Trump nutcases.
All right then, why don't you and Hank take the security line on the first gate?
Oh, wait,
and then-
Michael's parking the car. He'll be right back.
Oh,
Any minute.
okay, well then you three take the security line at the first gate. And you other three then take the security line at the second gate.
Wait. Did he just try to get her and his son to go deal with the security line or whatever? Is that what happened? Step back a little bit so I understand.
More volunteers, so anybody here work on campaign before?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
You never cease to amaze me. All right then, why don't you and Hank take
Yep, you and Hank. Yeah, they're trying to hook her up with him. I see.
The security line on the first gate.
Oh, wait,
and then-
Michael's parking the car. He'll be right back.
Oh,
Any minute.
okay. Well, then you three take the security line at the first gate. And you other three then take the security line at the second gate. Now, there's no signs, no food, no drinks.
And no fun.
That will speed up the process as they go through security.
Look at this dude's shirt on the far left. I'll be back. I'll be back. Is that what it says? Why is that a K or an H? I'll be back, like the Terminator 2024. Oh my God, dude. Is that his new line, his new slogan or whatever? Make America great again, again, or again, 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 I guess. This is number 3, right?
Do you need my help?
Oh, they're gonna be fine. Janet and her mom are veterans.
Working rallies is a blast.
It sure is. I love it.
Will you guys go ahead? Michael be here in a minute. I'll just catch up with you.
You know, I'll just wait with you.
Oh, Mom, don't worry. I'll stay out here and wait.
Come on, Mom. Let's go make America great again.
Okay, we
Ugh.
can do it.
See you in a minute.
Okay, see you soon.
We'll see you
We'll
down.
see you all down front,
Yeah.
all right?
Sounds
Take care. Bye, guys.
Thanks for waiting.
It's so terrible.
That guy won a VIP ticket here with your name written all over it.
Yeah, trying to get her to date him.
One ticket, huh?
Oh! Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to take your sign.
How about you let me keep my sign, and I give you my number?
I like the way you think.
Okay.
Okay.
She just had her phone number written on a card ready to give to somebody? How many people did she give her number to? If it's that common, she keeps a set of cards in her pocket to give to people. You know, when you give people a card like that, you're actually supposed to give them the card and then write your personal number on the back so it feels more kind of, special, like they're unique. You're giving them special access to you or whatever. That's how a business person does it. She's not even bothering. That's too much work, man. She's passing this out to way too many people. She needs to shovel those puppies out as quickly as possible.
He's right. We are gonna have to take your sign. I don't see how that's fair. You thought you were sly. Not today. I wanted that. And it'll be here for you after the rally.
Yeah, and I'll never call you back.
Now she can give the number to somebody else.
I'm sorry. You can't take that drink inside.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, that's a beer, and it violates the open container law. So, in addition to not getting into the rally, you show that to security, they're gonna arrest you.
Here.
Security cannot arrest people. They are not police, but okay.
Thank you. You know what you need?
What's that, lady?
You need a hug.
I love how they portray Trump supporters, like at his rallies, as being so sweet, so nice. They're just looking out for everybody, really cool people. When in reality, the Trump supporters at rallies are vile scumbags who look for an opportunity to destroy people's lives or with them in one way or another. Like, it's crazy how some of these Trump supporters act. And they're just like pretending otherwise here.
Would you like to go, darling? It's all for you.
Ooh, there's her boyfriend. What's she gonna do?
Hey there.
Hi.
Just talking about
Now she can't take it. It would be too awkward to take it in front of her boyfriend.
VIP tickets.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
So is that a yes?
Thanks anyway. Maybe next rally.
Wow. So she's saying that she's picking her boyfriend over Trump. That's actually a surprise to me. Like, really surprising.
Next rally you're in. I'll see you there. Little man, take care.
Junior?
Ugh, God.
Oh my.
What do you think?
Oh my. You're getting all George Takei up in this piece. Oh my.
Oh my.
What do you think?
That is your color.
Yeah?
I also think I have fallen in love with you, Michael Miller.
She used the L word. That means that's the point at which she would think about picking him over Trump.
Even if I can't get you a VIP ticket, darling?
It's not about where. It's about who.
You mean Donald Trump?
I mean you.
Oh, that's a surprise.
You mean me?
I'm like horrified by this. Anybody else notice that you haven't seen them kiss a single time? Like they touch each other a lot, but no kissing. Interesting, right?
Especially with the hat.
Good. Well then, let's go make America great again.
Let's. Yeah, you made them.
Hey, everybody. Check this out.
Dude, I love that. Oh, man. I talked to Mr. Atheist the other day, you know, Jimmy Snow. Talked to him the other day, and because we were trying to arrange something, basically, and we get on a video call, when he answered, or when I answered, or whatever. He's sitting on the other end of the phone wearing one of those and had just a whole Trump, I don't know, get up or whatever, a whole costume. It's hilarious. Not even Halloween yet.
Oh, you like it?
Very nice.
You want to run your fingers through it? Do you? Do you?
He's a nut.
Hey, Jeffy, have a muffin. I don't want them to go to waste.
I will not let you down, Mom.
Good.
How are you not fat?
Because I work out. You should try it.
Hank Sr. keeps telling me I need to get back to the gym.
No, you are beautiful just the way you are.
I'd listen to Hank Sr. if I were you. Hey, Mom, check out the...
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I hate the way that the Pokeballs work in this game. It's the worst. They should have some other option for throwing Pokeballs other than physically tossing them like that. It's awful. It doesn't work half the time because, I don't know, the controller isn't properly connected or something.
These guns.
Wow. You're really strong, Jeffy.
I can't even wear a coat without a concealed weapons permit.
Show me your guns, Michael.
No.
Oh, I don't blame him. I mean, come on. Bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
Let me guess. Michael is like super ripped, right?
Bam! Bam!
Thank you.
You're both really, really strong.
But we know who's stronger, don't we, Mom? Oh, I'd arm wrestle him, but I don't want to embarrass the guy.
So you want to arm wrestle, okay?
This is so cringy.
Let's go. Right now. Right here, right now in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah?
In the kitchen.
Woo! I showed you how to vote. Woo! I can teach you how to arm wrestle.
You ready? You ready? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, you got it. You gotta hold on. Come on. Get in there. Get in there.
What the hell is happening?
You ready?
Let's just get ready.
All right.
One.
He's an interesting actor, the dude on the right there with the MAGA hat. I like his lines, and I think he really gets into his role. In my opinion, I think he's really good, actually. I mean, this is embarrassing, terrible TV show, but he's underappreciated as a character, in my opinion.
Two. Did you start already?
Can't have your hand on the table in arm wrestling, I believe. People are real sticklers about this this whole field.
You already
You
started.
have to put. Yeah. Just ready. You good?
Okay, that's fair.
It might hurt him.
I don't know. Your hands feel like a baby's butt.
Ready? Are you sure?
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Are you going now? Oh, are you leaving?
Are you sweating?
What? Maybe.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Ready?
Mark, hey. Hi.
Oh, so you text Mark to bail you out, I get it.
I thought that was you.
No.
He's a cop? Okay.
That is enough.
Oh, so you got your girlfriend running interference.
My girlfriend could beat you.
No, she can't.
Yes, she could.
No, she can't.
I think she can hold her
No,
own.
she
Thanks,
can't.
Mark.
Her hands are stronger than
I came over to see your masterpiece. You don't do anything smart.
Well, you know, less is not enough. More is unacceptable. Overboard is what we do.
Okay. More's no. What was it? Let me one more time.
Well, you know, less is not enough.
Less is not enough. More is unacceptable. Overboard is what we do. That's a really weird saying. All right.
More is unacceptable. Overboard is what we do.
So we have you to blame.
Oh, Mom. Mikey doesn't like the endearing overboard quality you passed on to your daughter.
I meant to say we have you to thank.
No, you didn't.
You're welcome.
No worries. Mark is still learning to appreciate.
Let me tell you, she's bad enough on her own. When you get these three women together, forget about it.
It is go big or go home.
You know that's right, Jeffy.
Oh, Marge.
Trouble.
I wanted to show you. Any Janet's would-be trespassers, I can see them on my phone.
You do know that that's illegal in the state, right?
Okay, I don't know who this cop is, but they very clearly want us to know that it's a cop, right?
Mark, Jack, one of my muffins?
So anybody that steps foot on my property is trespassing. And anybody who takes my sign is stealing, right?
Right.
Oh, but what if they change the HOA rules? Then what?
They don't meet until after the election.
Oh, it's a shame.
Oh! What's that?
We have company.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm so lost. What are they doing right now?
I gotta see this.
Whoa. Hello.
What you doing there, Karen?
Taking down this monstrosity like I told you to do.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is against the law. She cannot do this. I think that the HOA can fine you. I don't even know what an HOA can do, actually. What can an HOA do to you if you don't work with them? They have legal powers such as placing a lien on your home. Wow, imposing fines or suing you for not complying with the rules. If you're in the market for a home, you'll likely look in neighborhoods with HOAs. There are 9 factors you should consider. Wow, I didn't realize that they had that kind of power. Jeez. Yeah, she shouldn't be here doing this. It should be a police officer doing it if it gets to that point. Otherwise, she should stay out of it, obviously.
But this is a holiday decoration. Also advertising my party to celebrate Trump Day. Would you like to come to my Trump Day party?
Sorry, but that's not gonna happen.
Did you invite this woman over to the apartment?
I did not. But I did invite her to celebrate Trump Day, but she declined.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I am the president of the Homeowners Association.
Janet is the owner of this home. So once again, we're gonna have to ask you.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'll be on my way as soon as I take this.
Fitting, Dad. One of these witnesses and an officer of the law. Not a good idea.
We'll see about that.
Did she say something about a little dog? Because I thought for sure I heard, I'll get you, my princess.
Okay, I'm sorry, that one's not funny. I give him some slack because he's actually pretty funny most of the time, but that one, no. That was just bad. Also, again, notice how she has to be like the root of all evil. Their enemies must be the root of all evil at any cost.
Hear that?
She was a little weird.
You guys, what do you think our next move is?
I think she's gonna fly home to feed her flying monkeys.
There's nothing in the HOA rules against that.
So
look, Mom, my favorite. There's a big N just for you.
And a star for you, too.
Hey, let's get a photo. You wanna?
Oh, great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, listen, gather around on the count of 3.
No.
One.
You need to be in it.
You need to be over here.
Come on, wait, come on.
Squeeze in right there. Squeeze in.
What's all the ruckus about?
Who the hell is this guy? I love his painter's hat.
Want to come to our Trump Day party?
Of course, he moved the embassy to Jerusalem.
Can you get a picture for us?
Certainly.
Yeah, okay. Wow. What a, stereotype they're laying out here. Trump moving the embassy to Jerusalem, the U.S. embassy to Israel, moving it to Jerusalem made things worse because Jerusalem is a contested city, half owned by Israel, half owned by Palestine. And the Al-Aqsa Mosque is a massive tourist site for Muslims across the world. That's where the Temple Mount is for Solomon's Temple or whatever. It's making things worse. It's increasing tensions, making people feel more on edge. Moving to Jerusalem made things worse exponentially.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Happy Trump
Happy
Day,
Trump Day!
everyone! God bless President Trump.
God bless America.
God bless us, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, these people are so painfully embarrassing, man.
Hi, welcome to another post-show of What's a Girl to Do. This is going to be running after episode 7. You may see it separately, and if you do, make sure you go watch episode 7.
I've tried really hard to find this TV show, but I don't have like DirecTV or Dish or whatever. I don't know where it plays. I think I'm just not sure. I just don't know where it plays. But anyway, I like checked the live TV when it was scheduled. It's supposed to be on at 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, and it wasn't. I opened it up and I was watching for it, and some stupid old Jim Baker show from like 1973 came on or something. And I recorded that because it could be interesting in its own right, but I don't know where to find this show. Does anybody have any idea where to find this?
About the elections, and it's about being bold. And it's if you've seen the episode, and I believe you probably have, if you're seeing this, it was based on a true story. Once again, that the homeowners association.
What, you were being a shithead for no reason and violating the homeowners association rules because you like to be a shithead? Is that what it was? That's the true story? And when you acted like a shithead, people had a negative reaction? Is that the true story behind this?
Told me I couldn't put my political yard sign in the front yard, and I.
But welcome to HOAs.
I said this is America, and I'm going to exercise my freedom of speech. Put it back in. I got it.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, look, she knows this. She's a lawyer. Freedom of speech means you cannot be jailed by the government for saying something, for speaking your mind or whatever. However, you are limited in how you can organize and when. You can't just like get a group of 1,000 people and descend on the Capitol building or whatever. You must follow legal requirements, getting a permit, protesting within a certain period of time. I mean, there are limits on free speech. You can't be jailed for it, but you can't just go out there and do whatever. You have to follow society's rules. She knows this. She's just being a scumbag.
Ticket, put it back in, and then they took the sign. I looked at all the other candidates were on either side, but
I don't believe you.
Mine was targeted. And so I was jogging around the house one day, and I realized people had their Halloween decorations up on their garage doors. So apparently there's no neighborhood rule or regulation against putting things on garage doors. And so I had these magnets and big banners, and I put it across my garage door, what candidate that I supported, as we see in this episode. The Homeowners Association didn't like me, but I didn't care. But this is...
Because you're being a colossal scumbag, is that why? What show am I looking for? What's a Girl to Do? What's a Girl to Do by Janet Porter. It's on the PTL network. PTL, I think it is.
This is another opportunity to reach out and say, you know what, this is America. It is the land of the free because of the brave. And I believe we need to be brave, be strong and courageous. It's a commandment in the Bible that's repeated, I'm told 365 days, to fear not, to be strong, to be courageous. This is who we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be these lukewarm, milquetoast, sit in the pew and go home and do nothing. We're supposed to be running this place.
Oh my God.
And that's because we're supposed to occupy until he comes. That's what he said. So this also...
Occupy till he comes. So she's completely ignoring the verses that contradict what she's saying here and zeroing in on the ones that support what she's saying. The verse in Romans 13, I think 1 through like 10 or something, talks about not having a part in government. Those people are there because God put them there for better or worse. Whether they're doing bad things or good things, they're there because God wants them there, and it's none of your business, basically, is what it says. And you need to focus on the ministry. Focus on what you can do for Jesus, and that's it. But she zeroes in on a verse about occupying the government until God comes. Like, I don't remember anything about occupying the government. I think, what is that verse even about? Luke 19:13. See, let's just look up Luke 19. All right, the parable of the 10 pounds. Oh, I remember this. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is completely twisted out of proportion. This is not what the parable was about. The parable goes like this, about the verse she's referring to here. I believe a nobleman, went to a distant country to get royal power for himself and then return. He summoned his slaves. He gave them 10 pounds. I get like 10 pounds of gold or whatever the hell. I don't know. 10 pounds each. And he said, I want this back when I return. So he leaves. When he comes back, he says, what did you do with my money, to the first guy? And he says, I think something like, he buried it so that it would stay safe. And he went and dug it up and gave it back to the guy. And the nobleman killed his ass for it or something. I don't remember. It was an insane story. Guy number 2 says, your pound has made 10 more pounds because he gained more by trading. He says, well done, good slave, because you've been trustworthy in a very small thing. Take charge of 10 cities. The second says, your 10 pounds made 5 pounds, and you rule over 5 cities. And then the third said, I buried it. I wrapped it up in a piece of cloth so that because I was afraid of you, because you are a harsh man, quote unquote. You take what you did not deposit and reap what you did not sow. That's what the verse says. And the guy kills him or something like that, if I remember. When I returned, I could have collected it with interest if you had traded with it or even put it in a bank. He said to the bystanders, take 10 pounds from him and give it to the one who has 10 pounds. And then said to him, Lord, he's taken 10 pounds. I tell you, to all those who have, more will be given. But from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. But as for these enemies of mine who did not want me to be king over them, bring them here and slaughter them in my presence. So the verse she's talking about, occupy until he comes back, it's not talking about Jesus. It's not talking about controlling government. This is what the verse actually says. He summoned 10 of his slaves and gave them 10 pounds, and he said to them, do business with these until I come back. That's what it said. Now, some translations of the Bible change that, do business until I come back, to a man of noble birth went to a distant country, give himself appointed king, and then return. Went to a distant country to have himself appointed king and then return. So he called 10 of his slaves, 10 of his servants, and gave them 10 minas, which is a day's wage. Put this money to work until I come back. That's what it says. Wow, that's even in the NIV. I don't understand. What version? Oh, King James Version says occupy. Then he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. So this was a parable about using your time wisely or your money or whatever wisely. It had nothing to do with Christians occupying the government until Jesus comes back. They've just like completely twisted this out of proportion. It blows my mind that people buy this. And you know what else? This isn't even the first time. Like, people talk about this all the time. Televangelists specifically say some psychotic shit on this front. I know I have it. Let me just search through here. Hang on.
We invited and ladies and
oh, it's right here. I got it, I think.
And ladies.
Yes.
There's other scripture.
Yes. This is it. Okay. This is Gene Bailey. He's also a televangelist, and he had some things to say regarding this verse himself. Listen to this.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know it, you're in the middle of a war.
By the way, what he just said, that is an actual talking point that Russia actually paid real people to spread, like real influencers in the United States, paid them to spread that talking point. You're in a war. There's a civil war right over the horizon. Get ready for this civil war. Just saying. I'm throwing it out there. I don't know if he's being paid for it. Probably not. But still. He's just repeating Russian propaganda right now, knowingly or not.
And what we're dealing with on a daily basis are acts of war. But let me say right here, I'm not talking about going and getting your AR and go down and take care of business. It's not what I'm talking about. However,
there should be no however after that statement.
We are in a war nonetheless.
That is a psychotic thing to say. I'm not telling you you should take your AR and take care of business. However, we're in a war nonetheless. That is psychotic. Really? Why would you say that?
But let me bring it home really easily to you right now. You see, there's a Goliath in your life. And if there's a David on the inside of you, you're not looking at how big Goliath is or how many people he destroyed.
Now, what did David do to Goliath? Anybody remember? If I remember correctly, David killed Goliath. And he's saying, there is a Goliath in your life. How can you stop Goliath as a David? And if you think I'm taking that analogy too far, keep listening.
Or how many people he destroyed. What you're seeing is what David said. What do I get if I kill him?
Do you think I'm taking it too far now?
Now tell me again what I get if I take this guy out. That's bold Mike Lindell type of confidence. I'm looking.
That is an absolutely psychotic thing to say. What is wrong with these people?
For some warriors. The army may be looking for a few good men, but I'm looking for a few warriors in the room. But the real battle isn't here at this meeting. The real battle is when you go home and you go back to work and you go look at your child or your grandchild that doesn't know what sex they are.
Bro, what are you talking about? Everybody knows what sex they are. Literally everybody, okay? There is no confusion there. There's never been any confusion.
That's when the real battle comes. There's got to be an understanding that there's something living on the inside of you that's much bigger than who you are on your own. That gives you that David kind of boldness that says, what do I get, God, if I take this guy out?
That's pretty on the nose. Holy shit, right? Oh my God. I have this whole sermon that he preached, and the whole thing was insane. I remember. I covered it forever ago.
You see, you've been in an act of war for the last few years more than you've ever been before. Now, there's a lot of people out there saying Jesus is coming soon, and he is. But listen, we got a lot of work to do before Jesus comes back. Don't get me wrong, I'm ready to go on the first bus load out. However, there's other scriptures that say, well, occupy until he comes.
No, there isn't a verse that says that. You're just making this up. It's a parable about using your time wisely. Doesn't say you need to occupy the government. In fact, the Bible says stay out of the government. These people will read anything into the Bible that they want. Anything. Oh my God, dude. Mike Lindell type of confidence. The kind that comes from years of crack addiction. Yes, that kind. All right, hold on. Let me just... Yeah, that was the end. Jesus Christ, man. So that whole bit about, occupying until he comes, this is them just making up a verse. The Bible does not say that. It doesn't even say occupy. The King James Version uses the word occupy. Every other translation, literally every one that I've found, says do business with these 10 pounds until I come back from the parable. That's what every verse that I've seen says. They're just like fabricating Bible verses right out of thin air because they want it to support their cause. You know what this is like? This is exactly like when people say that touching yourself is wrong, it's evil, it's bad, you shouldn't do it. Because the Bible says it's better to spill your seed on the ground than... No, it's better to spill your seed in the belly of a whore than to spill it on the ground. That's not real. The Bible does not say that. That's a fictitious verse. That does not exist. Never existed. Oh my God, dude. My controller is just a wreck. It's driving me nuts. The Bible has like a verse that says something about a guy at the time is supposed to, like, if his brother dies without bearing children, then his brother is supposed to impregnate the wife so that the brother's line will continue on. And the brother, after his brother died, the guy comes in and keeps porking the wife, but pulling out at the last second, basically. And God got super pissed off and said, "Stop doing that. You're not supposed to spill your seed on the ground. You're supposed to be doing it in this chick."